Okay, we're ready now. So let's switch over to the computer feed. Let's go. You want to go? So what we're going to show you is kind of a little idea of what the gameplay is going to be like without the CryEngine streaming issues. So, and by the way, it's just the beginning of it, really. So, but you know, we have it's the same. It's the multi-ship local physics grid stuff that's working. So, as the same stuff, Sean can get out. And, so we just come out of warp outside Stanton, which is the ArcCorp planet. Can't remember which Stanton it is. One of the Stantons. It's like Stanton 3, Stanton 4. I don't know which one. Dave Haddock was here, he'd be able to tell me. But are you here, Dave? I'm sure he is. He was up editing the opening montage, so I think he may actually be sleeping right now. But you know, as Paul said, and this is our cargo base that we have inside our constellation. But as Paul said, you know, this is one of the things that we quite think is great, is that we can fly around in the whole environment and then work around in our ship while our ship's flying around. And the prototype we wanted to do was really sort of show you sort of a very early prototype in engine of what it's going to be like when we land on a planet. So do we want to ask for permission when you get a chance? Sure. All right. Got to sit down. Okay, you can only ask for landing permission.
ArcCorp Tower, this is commercial vessel Calypso requesting EDL assistance.
Thank you for contacting landing
audio down?
control.
I heard it's like low, right?
And
Can we
landing
pull up the audio?
initiated. Assuming navigation control. Entering atmosphere. Descent vector in preparation for final approach. Stand by. Arrival in Commercial District C. Area 18. ArcCorp. Landing complete. Thank you for using Pentatech EDL Assist. Enjoy your stay on ArcCorp.
Next. Stand by, starting scan. By entering Area 18, you agree to abide by all laws and regulations set by ArcCorp and the UEE. Any violation will result in immediate prosecution. You're clear to go. Please exit the checkpoint.
Bring the volume down a bit. So we just went through sort of kind of the idea would be you'd be flying in space, you'd be in orbit, you'd request landing. That's all. This was all in engine. We'll do a lot better at the transitions coming down, but it's all going to be seamless. You can walk around, look around your ship as you land. You land, you get permission, and now we're sort of in the sort of main concourse area of Stanton, and of course there's turn around, let's look at the other place before we go into the one shop we actually have working. But basically this is here where you would go to, you know, buy a ship or buy items or go to a bar to, you know, get a new mission or, you know, go down a dark alleyway to get a sort of, do a black market deal or get a sort of slightly grey mission. And a lot of the planets will be very big, you know, like something like Earth and Terra will have lots of locations. Some will be smaller, like just a landing point, will have a much more contained area. But all of the places have this level of like incredible. I mean, this isn't just kind of FPS like AAA quality. This is significantly more than you get on any, like even an Xbox One or a PS4. This is sort of another level. I believe 30 million polys at our high point, right? So that's a lot. Now we'll optimize it, but that's a hell of a lot running in. So yeah, I mean, and obviously we're at very early stages. So like in terms of the AI and the cycles of people going around, you're not seeing that to the level. But as you land on the planets, the actual, you know, the different AI moving around, the characters moving, the NPCs moving around, they'll be there based because of the economy, and they'll be going about their day-night cycles. And you know, if you land on a sort of bustling, successful planet, there'll be, you know, a lot of people going about their business. The place will look great. It will be thriving. If you're down on a sort of planet that's sort of not doing so well, then you'll see graffiti and maybe there's more crime and there's not quite as many people. And we're also going to have a fair amount of sort of NPC sort of PvE kind of stuff that's now going to happen on the planet. That was something we weren't originally going to do, but with the full FPS mechanics and system and the modular sort of procedural system that Tony's working on, and you know, if you remember when we first introduced him, the first game job he had was he was the AI programmer on Ultima 7, I believe. So he loves AI. So he's got this whole massive plan for the economy and how the AI is going to run around in that. And so all of that, this is just early like placeholder people, but there'll be people going about. You'll be hearing what they talk, and it's all at a sort of fidelity and level that you would normally expect in, you know, a high AAA sort of FPS game or a open sandbox game, but maybe at a whole level of sort of another level of visual fidelity. But let's go into. So one example would be then we'd go into a shop, Dumpers Depot. I think we've shown a little bit of before. It's a bit more fleshed out, but let's go inside. And Dumpers Depot is a place that you can go and sort of get stuff repaired, you know, get some sort of second-hand used items and equipment. But this is the vision of Star Citizen. You're out in space, and you've got the high fidelity of your ships, and you get down on the planet, and you're running around, and the fidelity's the same. It's an environment,
hey,
it's characters running around.
Take a look around. Everything's for sale.
So we have. And a shopkeeper. So we can't do much beyond this, but soon we will. But this is really to sort of show you the ambition and the scope and the level of detail that we want to deliver the whole universe. And we are designing and building everything so that we will be able to sort of do stuff at this level on a lot of different planets. I mean, it involves some stuff that we'll be talking about going forward. we have this thing which is sort of a modular system we call the tier system. It allows us to have different architecture types and put them together fairly quickly. And so it's sort of a pseudo, like partly design, partly procedural system, which is sort of what Tony was alluding to in the Austin piece that he was doing. And anyway, this was a combination of work by the Austin team and the Behavior team who built the ArcCorp landing environment and built this depot. And there you go. So I hope you like that. It's kind of... And thank you, Sean. And we'll optimize that more going forward.